Welcome to this installment of DEI Garage Installation Series. This video will show you the right way and some tips and tricks on wrapping a header with our tan or black glass fiber wraps. There are a few things to keep in mind when wrapping, but most importantly, take your time. Some pipes can be difficult to wrap, so kind of get a game plan on which pipes you're going to need to wrap together and which you can wrap separately. You are going to need a couple of tools to complete the install, such as eye protection, gloves, water, metal clippers for installing and trimming the locking ties, scissors for trimming the wrap, and a flatted screwdriver to aid in the locking ties install. Glass fiber wraps need to be damp when working with them. It makes the wrap more pliable and much easier to stretch around corners and to pull tight. But don't soak the wrap in a bucket or submerge DEI wraps. We have a proprietary coating on the wrap that helps control heat, and you can wash away a lot of that coating. Also, it just makes a huge mess when you're trying to install. Instead, just run a small stream of water onto the wrap and move the wrap around. Squeeze and work the wrap until it feels soft and you can't feel any hard areas in the roll. You might want to have a squirt bottle of water handy also in case the wrap dries out during the wrapping process. You can just give it a few squirts and re-moisten. To start the project, begin by looping the wrap around the pipe you're going to start with and get a ballpark figure of how many times the wrap will go around that length of pipe. Do this by keeping about a 1/4 inch of overlap in mind as you're counting. When you get the number of loops it's going to take, count out that many loops in your hand, but give yourself an extra to be sure you have a long enough piece. You can always trim some excess off at the end. When wrapping any pipes, always start at the collector end. Begin by loosely wrapping around the pipe. We call this priming. This will help by not having a long loose piece of wrap you have to feed around the pipe every revolution. To start the wrap, fold over one edge on a 45-degree angle to help anchor the wrap and prevent unraveling. Start the first revolution by overlapping the entire end and pulling tight the next revolution of wrap. Continue to tighten each revolution of wrap with a 1/4 inch overlap. After you get a revolution or two done, the wrap should feel anchored and you can continue to wrap the pipe. When you get to curves in the pipe, keep in mind you're going to use more material on the outside of the curve than on the inside. Just try to maintain that 1/4 inch overlap and you'll get a tight wrap. Install the stainless steel locking tie around the pipe and the wrap and pull tight by holding your thumb on the locking mechanism and pull the other end of the tie with the other. Trim the excess tie and just leave yourself about an inch or so. To give it a nice finished look, fold over the tie end inward, then push it down against the locking mechanism. This will get rid of any exposed sharp edges. When you get to two pipes that are touching or that are so close together you can't get the wrap between them, wrap one of the pipes as far as you can and secure it with a locking tie. On the other pipe, wrap until a point where the pipes are touching, then wrap both pipes together. This will not hinder the performance of the wrap in any way, and it'll give it a nice clean look. When you're finished wrapping the two pipes together, secure them with a locking tie. When wrapping the collector in the last pipe, we recommend doing that all in one wrap for a more professional look. Measure the length of wrap needed the same way as the other pipes. Once again, prime the pipe. Start at the collector and anchor the wrap using the folded over method on the edge. You can temporarily anchor this end with a plastic zip tie to hold it tight until you're done wrapping, but remember to replace that tie with a stainless steel one when you're done. Once you get a few revolutions around the collector, the wrap should feel anchored and you can continue wrapping it. Once you get the collector completely wrapped and get to the final pipes, overlap the first revolution on the two pipes with the collector wrap and pull backwards a little bit. This will give a nice overlap of the wrap. Then when you get to the single pipe, once again overlap the first revolution and pull backwards just a bit to get a tight transition to the single pipe. Finish the pipe the same way as the others and secure the end with a locking tie. Thanks for watching. If you have any additional questions about installing our glass fiber wraps, please call us at 440-930-7940. And thanks for using DEI.